It's game day as the Chicago Bulls are facing off against the Cleveland Cavaliers at home at the United Center. One of three games you still have remaining at home before the end of the new year. And so this it presents a unique opportunity for the Chicago Bulls to take even more of a hold over that 10th spot in the play-in tournament. We're going to talk about it all and more, break it down, have some fun as only we can do here at Chicago Bears Central. Chicago Bulls Central. Jesus, can't even get the right channel right. Right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every single social media platform we happen to be on. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the shit for the day. The Chicago Bulls have a game today against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Listen, I'm amped right now. Yes, the Cavs are going to be missing Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley. So, we're not facing the Cavs at their full strength, but it's not even about that, right? I'm just excited to see my team come out and play. Like, the way that this team has been playing, I haven't felt this way for the Chicago Bulls for quite a while, right? Like, it's been a long time coming for us to have a team that truly feels like they have an identity and they're executing that identity, playing well. We went over the stats of today's pre-recorded episode on the mailbag episode, just how well the Chicago Bulls have been playing, man. It's crazy right now. We're sixth in paint touches per game. We're second in catch and shoot points per game. We're 13th in assists per game. We're 48th in potential assists per game. We're second in passes per game, and we're fourth in average seconds per touch. So we're moving the ball around, and we're doing that at a rate that is just keeping everybody highly involved in the game. And it's great to see. And the way that the Chicago Bulls team is playing, is executing, and it's just playing as a whole entire team. It's been great to see. We've been getting Dalen Terry giving us positive minutes here for like 3 or 4 games in a row, right? Hopefully building that confidence from Billy Donovan that we've wanted to see. And he's going to keep playing Dalen Terry, and hopefully Dalen Terry goes and grows through this time as well. He's still making mistakes. The shot's still questionable, but he's giving some really good defensive opportunities. When he has the ball in transition, he usually is making the right decision, and he's rebounding the ball pretty damn well. So really love to see that from Dalen Terry as well. This team is just right now balling, bro. And it's really good, led by Coby White in a lot of ways, man. Just the growth and everything from Coby has been great to see. He's playing with the most confidence you've ever seen him play with, and he's just executing everything extremely well. And it's really good to see Coby White have the season that he's having, especially after so much doubt around him since the 2021-22 season, where a lot of Chicago Bulls fans thought he should be traded, kind of were upset that he wasn't traded by that trade deadline. And Kobe's just rounded himself out to such a really good NBA player that it's hard to deny what Coby White is, what he can be, because keep in mind, like I always like to point out, Coby White is still only 23 years old, ladies and gentlemen. 23 years old is Coby White. He has more than enough time ahead of him to still add things to his game. And that's what makes it even more exciting. The fact that we can look at it and say, hey, this isn't even potentially the final version of Coby White. He could build off on this and develop even more. And then what will we be talking about at that point in time if that happens, right? Just greatness. Greatness is great to see, great to experience, man. And I for one am really, really just grateful of like Kobe's development and DeMar's fitting in even better with our play style as he's kind of learned it's on the fly on like how he can best impact the game with the play style we're trying to play with. Patrick Williams is developing at that same time. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm able to say he's turned the corner, not just turning the corner. And so to see what he does for the rest of the season, how he builds off of it. And I'll tell you what, if this Chicago Bulls team goes on this playoff run without Zach LaVine, whatever ends up happening with Zach, like it should build so much confidence, and players should be so excited to come back next season after like we haven't ended this season. We're not even halfway through, but to come back and just get back to what they're doing. And it's been really a long time since we had a young core that's having this type of success. We've had success like this, but it's come between 30-year-old Vooch, 32-year-old DeMar DeRozan at that time, like them coming to this team and really helping up the ceiling. Now we're seeing our young players do it. Coby White's 23 years old. Patrick Williams is 22, 23 himself. Ayo Dosunmu's 23, right? So like big parts of this core Not all of it completely, because we're still getting minutes from Vooch, still from Javon Carter, still from Alex Caruso, still from DeMar DeRozan, right? Older players, but like the young players that are going to be part of this core, hopefully for years, have been really balling out, and hopefully this helps build their confidence, man. And it's been really great to see, really great to see. But to bring it all home tonight against the Cleveland Cavaliers, this is a team that's hobbled. We've been on the other side of this, right, where we've been missing tons of players. And yes, before people, because I saw somebody say, well, we're missing Lonzo Ball and Zach LaVine too. And like we already knew coming into the season, Lonzo Ball wasn't going to be playing, right? But, with that said, the Cleveland Cavaliers are missing their top three scorers from this season. Top three scorers in this season. Donovan Mitchell, 27 points per game, gone. Darius Garland, 20 points per game, gone. Evan Mobley, 16 points per game, gone, right? Now, much like we've seen with the Chicago Bulls, the Bulls still have to be prepared. They cannot overlook the Cleveland Cavaliers, because one thing is when you're missing your players, it makes it a little bit more difficult to pinpoint where the offense is going to come from. So if Karis LeVert, if Max Strus, if Jared Allen, if Nang, who's killed us before, if those players get hot, it's going to be difficult for the Chicago Bulls to guard them, because it's not really a lot of tape of them being focused players as far as the offense. So that could be something to look out for. And so you got to watch out for that. The Bulls cannot come into this game and be overlooking the Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't care if Benny the Bull had to suit up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. You got to be prepared for this team. You have to execute defensively. And this is a game where I want to see the Chicago Bulls make their stamp on this game defensively first. That's the first thing I want to see. If you can do that, put your stamp on this game defensively, snuff out anybody who can potentially put the ball in the hoop for the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's going to be the first step into going in the right direction. Make sure you do that. The offense, we've seen the offense. It's going to come via somebody's going to go off, right? But you want to make sure that you snuff out the potential, the energy, the hope in the Cleveland Cavaliers. You can't keep hope alive tonight. Get them out there. Come in the first quarter. Come in the first. Whoa. That was questionable. That was mad questionable. I apologize for that. But you got to come towards come into this game and just really want this game to be over with by halftime if you can. I'm talking about push this lead as much as you can, snuff them out defensively. If you can do that, this is a night that we need to see Terry Taylor, Julian Phillips, and whoever on the two, Henry Drell check in this game. We need to be seeing them check in this game in the fourth quarter, because we need to have this under wraps. This Bulls team should be coming in prepared to execute, seek, and destroy. That's it. That's what the Chicago Bulls team needs to do tonight. By the way, my outfit's fly. So, you can talk about it all you want. I wear pink and I look good in it. So there you go on that one. Let's go to Joe the Blacksmith. First comment here says, yo, hey, is Kobe's wait, he pressed in too early. Happens to me too. Yo, hey, Kobe's three-point shot has been nice, but I'm more impressed with his improvement closer to the rim, knowing when he has enough room to lay it up, float it, or do short mid fadeaway. And that's one thing with Kobe White's game. We saw Kobe White not always finish well around the rim. We're not only seeing him dunk in transition, which is really good, especially considering, if you remember correctly, when he was coming into the NBA in that draft, they wondered how much he'd be able to play above the rim because of his short wingspan. But you're right. He's hitting floaters. He's understanding how to create that space when he gets a big switched on him, and when he used that speed to get to the rim, hopefully draw a foul call. I've talked about it a little bit before on the daily episodes, is that Kobe White right now is also drawing fouls at a higher rate than what he has at any point in his career. Now, he's still not getting the star level calls, and he shouldn't yet. It's been a very small period of time, but like if Kobe keeps playing like this and keeps attacking the rim and keeps finishing to try to score rather than finish, kind of like what Zach LaVine sometimes. Zach LaVine tries to finish in hopes to get the call. You can tell that, and I think that's why he doesn't always get them. But you can see Kobe White start developing that ability to get to the free throw line more, which is going to make him even more dangerous with the way that he has the speed and he can create that separation. So definitely agree with you on that one, man. He's become a dynamic scoring point guard who knows he can add to his game dramatically in the offseason. A minimum of 45 years of him improving blows my effing mind. All-star bound, no doubt. I mean, if not this season, you got to think next season, right, with the storylines and things like that. Great comments from Joe there. Nas says, you know what it is? See red. Absolutely. Tate Hollins in the building says, I'm interested to see how the Bulls come out and play since the Cavs are missing Mobley, Garland, and Mitchell tonight. I say jump out early and don't look back. It's exactly what I was saying to. Great points there, Tay. Great points. JK is in the building, says, I'm most impressed with Kobe's consistency from three. Even if his shot is not falling, he isn't forcing it like certain player on his way out. Kobe's defense is greatly improved. Let's go Bulls. Yeah, and the thing is, Kobe White's defense has been great. Now, he's still not a lockdown defender or anything like that, but you don't have to be that to be an effective defender in this league, and that's what we're really seeing Kobe White turned into. Archangel says, happy Christmas Eve, everybody. Thank you, Archangel. And I did get your text in the mail back. I didn't get a chance to respond. I'm sorry. I got you, though. I appreciate you more than you know. JK says, happy Christmas, everyone. Let's get a dub. All I want for Christmas is a Zach LaVine trade. That's crazy. You're not going to get that for Christmas, though, brother. What's your family time to get that dub? Or should I say, welcome to the sports bar? Let's go. Oh, that's funny. Y'all funny. What's going on, family? Glad to have you in the building, humble servant. We got Simba in the building. Says, I heard the Lakers are benching D'Angelo Russell. Keep him off this team, God, please. Yeah, where's Cornelius at? Because this guy got benched. I got to throw a little fun at Cornelius. Let's talk Bulls. Says, let's go Bulls. What up, family? Hope everyone is ready for a Bulls win and a great holiday. Hey, speaking into existence from your mouth to God's ears, my brother. Sydney's in the building. Says, Haize, do you believe in win now more than the losses? Yeah, I do. Because of the way they're winning. I absolutely believe in the wins now more than the losses. Nenort in the building says, what's up, Haize? Let's get this W. Let's win 5 in a row. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Hi, bro. How you doing? I hope the Bulls could win 4 in a row. I gave you a like on your channel. Go Bulls. See red. Well, thank you for that, Jimmy. Glad to have you in the building as always. We got Mixo in the building. It says contain Strus and LeVert and we'll be all right. We got more than enough perimeter defenders to do that too, right? And hopefully they don't put Isaac Okoro on Kobe White. Tyler says, hey, Haize, I've been thinking if we didn't get Vooch, what other center would you think that the Bulls would pick up? I don't know, bro. Like at the end, I'm not good with what ifs because I'm so much of a literal person. So all I'll say is that like I don't know who was on the market at that point in time. Like I have no idea, bro. I really don't have any. I'd have to really sit down and look at like who the free agents were at that time and things like that. Let's see what we got here. D Lost 2023 says my older brother had an F Cleveland shirt on in the late 80s. He said Cleveland is a terrible city. TBO says, can you come through with an extra seat at your Christmas dinner table for your most favorite homie? TBO. Bro, one thing, I love you, but we don't allow crackheads in the house, bro. You've an admitted crackhead. I can't let you in the house. I got too much expensive shit in here. I just can't do it, bro. I love you, but I can't do it, man. Once you shake the cocaine, come back and holler at me. Mixo says, this team is giving 2021 vibes when we still had Lonzo. I'm happy this team is playing good basketball again. I would say it's even more than that because keep in mind, that team still had a negative point differential. That team's defense still was rocky at times. We had the number 1 defense in the league. Our pick and roll defense was questionable at times, right? So I honestly think that the way this team is playing is better than the way that team was playing. Now, that team had much higher highs, right? But I think that the way that this team's playing right now, man, it's crazy. P1 and Kobe playing off each other should have a bright future with the Carolina connection. Great point on that one, brother. It's so much fun seeing Bulls look great and knowing it is because of young players that can be here for years to come. And that's what makes this current team feel different. These players that are playing right and being a big part of this stretch, you can see them being here for 5, 6 more years, right? Melvin says, I also need Vooch to not take so many threes if they aren't falling. 3 3-pointers per game, I'm giving him. That's funny. I mean, at the end of the day, like that is part of Vooch's game, and we do need it to a certain degree, but you definitely want him to be a little bit more selective on it, right? GFP says, LaVine has shifted his mindset and wants to buy in. The Bulls will keep the momentum when he returns to the lineup and become the team we thought they were. The season ends up success, my prediction. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I can tell you, from what I've heard from my sources, there are chances that Zach LaVine stays a Chicago Bull are so slim that I'd have a better chance at bagging Rihanna. So and that's definitely not going to happen. That's definitely not going to happen. But we'll end up seeing, man. We'll end up seeing like anything can happen. Anything's possible. And at the end of the day, you can't really shut down anything until it happens. Is there a chance? And I would like to think if Zach LaVine's biggest thing was winning, right? That's what we heard around this trade request is that the biggest thing to Zach LaVine is that he wanted to win. And if you're looking at this team play, to me, that says this team probably offers you the best chance to win. Like in the way, like I say, let me go back to those numbers I brought up early, right? And let me tell you why this actually could theoretically work in the favor of Zach LaVine. Paint touches per game, we're 6th with 24.2. Catch and shoot points per game, we are getting 37 catch and shoot points per game. That is 2nd in the NBA. You know what Zach LaVine is one of the best in the NBA at? Catch and shoot. So that's the thing. Average seconds per touch, 2.8 seconds before the ball is out of the person's hands. You know who that helps? Zach LaVine, because guess what? When Zach LaVine is forced to keep the ball in his hands and try to do something ball handling, it ends in a turnover. And that's not a slight on him. That's just a bad part of his game. That could help so much. Average dribbles per touch, 2.2. That's sixth in the NBA. So theoretically, on paper, the way that the Chicago Bulls are playing should fit into what Zach LaVine likes to do with his game. The biggest question is he willing to do it? We'll see, man. We'll see. It'll be a crazy turnaround if that happens. Crazy turnaround if that happens. Based on what you've heard, currently is Kobe closing in as a favorite to win Most Improved Player over a guy like Maxey? Are people still questioning if Kobe can sustain this level of play? Well, I think people are still questioning it until it happens longer, but I won't hear anything about Most Improved Player because that comes down to voting and storylines. And I think Kobe has to keep it up. If he does keep it up, you never know. You never know. Haize, you are that's from Humble Service. Haize, you are right. It has been fun watching the team play together. The young guys getting more and more confidence. It has been fun. I was watching Golden State last night. The TV gave props to CB. I mean, hey, let's see. Melvin says the Detroit Pistons is exactly why having veterans is important for your young Bulls team like Caruso, DeRozan, Craig to guide them. Bulls fans think everyone on their team needs to just be under 24. I agree with that. You do need veterans, especially when you're trying to build a winning culture, right? If you're just trying to be bad for long and just keep getting as many number one picks as you can or something like that, that's a little bit different. But even then, you still want to keep veterans, and that's why they got Bogdanovich to that team. He was supposed to be the veteran that was supposed to help. I don't really think Bogdanovich is like a huge leader or anything like that. I think they also have Alec Burks down there as well, right? I think, but it didn't really help. Before I can say Kobe is legit, I need him to go 2 months straight of good offense and need Pat to go 2 months without getting benched. That's funny. Hey, I mean, if that's your standard, I can't knock you for that one. Can't knock you for it. Brazil Popular says, happy holidays, Haize. Thanks for another year of excellence. Ease my mind. How can this team avoid downplaying to the competition night? Come in and execute. That's it. It's not a big thing to it. Come in and execute and realize you got to work your ass off regardless. The great teams work their ass off regardless. And I'm in the hospital right now. Hope I'm good, but the Bills got this. The Bulls got this, I think what you mean. But shout out to Patch, bro. A speedy recovery, man. I hope nothing keeps you down too long, brother. Tony in the building. Happy we're winning, but look closely and not that impressive. And yes, we need Zach, especially if we make the playoffs. I got to disagree with you. How's it not impressive? I just ran down the numbers. This team, is the way they're winning, is impressive because they're doing it with heart. They're doing it with defense. The defense is stepping up. I don't get that, Tony, and how look closely and not impressive. I don't really get how you get that. And we need Zach. No, I definitely disagree with you on that. Now, it would be nice to have Zach, but need him? No. I mean, how much losing have we done with Zach with the same roster, right? So, I mean, we need Zach locked in, but I don't necessarily think that's the case, right? You reading Twitter comments? No, I'm not reading Twitter comments. I'm not on Twitter. I mean, I have a Twitter account, but I'm not looking at Twitter right now. Something going on with Twitter that I need to know about? Would be nice if it worked out with LaVine, but I feel like Zach wouldn't be able to wrap his head around being the third option after being the head of the team for so long and getting the max. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, great players, really great players, understand that you have to sacrifice something for your team to win, regardless of who you are. And to keep in mind, let's not act like Zach LaVine is going, any team that he's going to be traded to is going to be the number one. He's not. So he needs to get the fuck over it if that's the case. What's going on, MC Season? Glad to have you in the building, brother. Gio in the building says, Haize, Merry Christmas. Just a thought. Do you think as a fan base, we've been too short-sighted and not patient enough? Now, guys, we've been down on and playing the roles, and DT and Phillips are getting minutes. Well, Phillips isn't really getting minutes, but I mean, listen, this is why when people are like, when I'm like, hey, it's too early. You got to calm down. It's too early. It's too early to say this, especially with Dalen Terry. Like, people after our first season was, Dalen Terry's a bust. Dalen Terry isn't an NBA player. I'm like, it's been 1 year and he played the least amount of minutes from his draft selection ever. Like, you got to calm down. But I think that what we're seeing is that it used to be looked at that you had a 3-year window, right? Not window, but by year 3, you usually know who a player is. I think we need to shift that with just the way that the NBA is going, the one and dones, things like that, that you're seeing more and more players not really be the finalized version of themselves into years 4 or 5, right? And so I think that comes down to it. And especially when you're a team like the Chicago Bulls that have drafted a lot of players that are projects, I think that plays a big part into it as well, as why you got to slow your roll at times. And don't get me wrong, it'd be nice, and we all want us to draft a player and then to be able to say year 3 they're balling right now. That's ideal. That's what we want. In a perfect world, that's what everybody would get. but it's not a perfect world. And there's so much that goes into a player's development. There's a confidence point, there's a role point, there's also having a coach that kind of understands how and where is best to use you, right? Those type of things happen. And I really do think we're starting to see some of that, right, start coming. Like a player like Patrick Williams, I think Patrick Williams is really starting to, more than anything, is really starting to unlock his confidence. And we've talked about for years now, once Patrick Williams unlocks what's between his ears, that's going to open up the rest of his game. And I think that's a really big part of it as well. KSI says, Casey Johnson mentioned it yesterday. He was talking about how DeMar's league-wide respect is a tool the Bulls should be using. He can get to the line and score in bunches, kind of like a fail-safe op. That's how they've been using him. They've always been using him that way. That's still what you see with DeMar, right? And that's why you see when the Bulls usually have their scoring droughts, which has still been happening, they go to DeMar at certain points in that. So, yeah, definitely need to see that. Melvin in the building says, I really hope Tony Brothers doesn't be the referee for the game tonight. He was the one who was giving mad calls to Donovan Mitchell last season. Well, Donovan Mitchell isn't in this game, so it is what it is there. Tay Holland says, do you think DeMar can play himself into a new contract? The Bulls know who DeMar is. And I think that, yeah, I mean, maybe seeing him fit in, maybe that changes some things on years or something like that. But I think ultimately when you hear that the Bulls and DeMar are far apart on years and money, I think the kind of the writing's on the wall there, bro. Writing's on the wall there. Horrible idea. That's great. Why would you name yourself horrible idea? Are you saying that it was your mom made a horrible idea to have? Like, what are you saying? You call yourself horrible idea? You're a good person, bro. You're a good person, man. You're a great idea. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're with us. Says this kind of worry. I've been getting too excited recently. Maybe we should call this one an L. No way we can beat the Cavs team. I mean, they got Strus. We're done. That is hilarious. That is actually fucking hilarious. But yeah. Becky Hammond made a lot of rumbles with her comments about small guards being poor options as 1As. Do you agree with her? No, because I mean, no, I don't think that's the case. I mean, Steph Curry would be looked at as a small guard, right? Now, I'm gonna say this. I don't think you see a lot of necessarily small guards being number ones that end up like on championship teams, but it really comes down to like the makeup of the team. And we'll see what happens. I mean, I understand, like I said, I can understand. Understanding and agreeing are different. I understand what her comments are rooted in, but I think as the NBA is changing in general and getting more smaller, it's kind of hard to say that. So we'll end up seeing what it is in the long run, though. Let's see. V-Dog in the building. Shout out to Vern. Says, Merry Christmas, bruh. Even though I'm not a big fan of Billy Donovan either, and I hate to give him credit, but he's rewarding the younger players with more minutes. You're seeing them progress really well. I think it's a confidence thing as well. Definitely think it's confidence. Thule in the building says, if the Bulls keep playing at this level, what do you think the ceiling is as far as what seed they finish as, and how deep of a playoff run do you think it could take? I mean, it's hard to say that now. It's not even January yet, brother. Like, so we got months and months. So it's hard to say how far they can run. Now, I'll say this. When you look at around the Eastern Conference, there's definitely going to be teams that theoretically are going to fall considerably, right? The Cleveland Cavaliers are a team that can do that. The Indiana Pacers right now, they're not playing good basketball. So, I'd say this right now, just with what we know, I say that the Bulls can probably get up to the 7th seed. If they keep playing, depending on what they get back from the Zach LaVine trade, they keep this up, that could change. Teams can get worse. Teams can get injured. But that's what I would say right now. But again, it's way too early to really have a completely formalized idea on that one. Nice in the building. He says, Merry Christmas, y'all. See red. Absolutely, bro. Archangel says, plus with players like Kobe and Patrick, who had almost entire seasons lost through major injury and surgery, got to give them extra time to develop. I mean, yeah, but the thing is that even like with Patrick Williams, he was still working with trainers. Now, we didn't have a player development staff during that time, but I definitely understand where you're coming from with that one as well. GoPro Bro says, Merry Christmas. Hopefully we keep the winning up and we end the year neutral. I mean, hey, if the Bulls right now, they have some very winnable games. We're 4 games below 500, I believe. And we got winnable games. We're at home for a while. So it's theoretical when you look at it. If the Bulls can take care of business against a struggling Cleveland Cavaliers or injured Cleveland Cavaliers team, right? That gets us to 3 games under 500. You got the Atlanta Hawks who've been struggling as well. If we win that one, that gets us to 2 games below 500. And then we got the Indiana Pacers on next Thursday. That's a team that it's still deep. And I know they've been struggling here a little bit lately, not playing the best basketball. But listen, we'll see how that team comes together. But if the Bulls can win that one, which is at home again, one game below 500. And then the last game of the year of 2023 is against the Philadelphia 76ers in Chicago. They're going to be looking for blood after we beat them last time, but there's a chance. There's a chance. We'll see if the Bulls can do it. Haize, when you make it big time, you have to make Auntie your sideline reporter. P.S. We need some voicemails from her. Hey, Auntie is dealing with life right now. She'll get in voicemails where she can and make it big. Listen, I'm here with y'all. This is big for me. So listen, I get it, and I have my aspirations, and I have things cooking right now, and opportunity that I really keep being excited about. That probably I think right now we're looking at probably the beginning of February for it to launch. So it's still going to be quite a while, but we got big things cooking. We got opportunities, and I'm just going to listen. I'm just going to say, it's because of you guys. I have make no gripes, or I have no misconceptions about it, that it's all me. I don't think that. Like, you guys have supported me, man, and I wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for having the people that really rock with me and help spread the word. I just thought about Becky Hammond's comments and how it relates to small guards. I was the engine to the 76ers team and had no business being in the finals. With the younger Mutombo, I think they win. I agree with that. Like, if that team had a better supporting cast, yeah, and it's like it's smart. Like, AI could have been a 1A to lead you there. He just need a better supporting cast, and so he didn't have it. So Eric says, is Drummond in any trade talks? He's a keeper, in my opinion, and Embiid still missing those breaks. Great show. I mean, yeah, I mean, as far as other teams being interested, I haven't heard anything as far as like if the Bulls are entertaining trading Andre Drummond, but we'll see. You never know. We'll see. We'll see. You say Levine wouldn't want to be the third option for Chicago, but he still would be a 1A, 1B here. In LA, he's absolutely third behind Bron and AD. Ham is a worse coach than BD, lacking big time. Here's the thing, though. It's a lot different order to ask to be a third string to LeBron and AD. And keep in mind, LeBron's very mortal. So Zach LaVine has 4 years left on his contract. You very well look at it and say, hey, I ain't going to be that for long. I get to grow my game, and LeBron is going to get me my shots. He's done it to other people. So I think it's a big thing. And even then, I don't know if Zach LaVine would be 1A or 1B anymore. I think he would definitely still get a lot of shots, but he may be 1C at this point. Like, because Kobe, you're not going to take away from Kobe in the way he's playing right now. I would hope Billy Donovan wouldn't do that. So we'll see. Mark says, I'm finally back now that Bulls are winning. Haha. Okay, so hey, shout out to you for being a fair weather fan there, my guy. Haize rocking the salmon color fit. I see you, big homie. Listen, all I can say is this: there's not a color I can't pull off. It just isn't. Now, there's some colors I won't try to pull off, but there's not a color I can't. No, just let me stop fucking around with y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Sydney in the building says, do you think the guys know they're balling? I ask because I wonder if they worry more about making a difference on the court than they're worrying about the numbers. I don't think basketball players worry about the numbers. I don't think they're out there and nobody's saying, oh, I need to go out there and get my 18 today. There's some selfish players that absolutely look at it like that. But the way this team is playing, I don't think anybody's necessarily saying, let me go get mine. I think they're saying, how can I help this team? What do I need to do for us to help put us in a position to win? And I think that's the most important thing. I don't really think a lot of people are looking at it and saying, hey, coach, I need my 12 today. You need your 12 what? Make sure you run me my 12 shots, homie. I don't get the vibe from where this team is right now, how they're playing, that's the case. Now, could I be wrong? Could there be somebody internally that's doing that? Yeah, but this team really right now is playing with the air of sacrifice from top to bottom. And I just don't, I have too much respect for how they're playing to try to say that anybody's doing it and looking for numbers. I wouldn't believe that. I wouldn't believe that. But I guess you never know either. Let's see. What? Why would you piss me off, Omar? What are you saying? Did I piss you off or something, bro? Honestly, I don't be the first of all, when it's this many people in the live stream, the chat refreshes on me. If I miss your comment, man, I appreciate it, bro. Just I did not. It's not. I promise you, Omar, it's not intentional at all, bro. You're fam around here, so that definitely wouldn't be the case. By the way, guys, as many of you guys probably know by now, we had to relaunch the NBA Central channel. So it's actually a new channel now. The old one's still up for now because I have to I'm gonna post a video there to kind of direct everybody to the new NBA Central channel. But if you guys would and go and subscribe, I'm gonna put the link. I need to update the link in my bio because I think it's still the old Chicago Bulls Central link in the bio. But if you guys would be so kind to go and subscribe, if you want general NBA content, which that comes from me, Steve-O, Bobby, C-Dub, Big Kev. If you like general NBA content, I would really appreciate you guys to go over there to that channel and subscribe to that NBA Central channel. I'm going to put it here in the chat. I can find the link. Can't find my own link to my own channel. But it would be greatly appreciated if you guys do. We were at 1,600 subscribers over there and I had to take the channel down. So there you guys go and help subscribe, help grow that channel as well. We're trying to get back that up to its full power. So there you guys go on that one. But let's keep it pushing. Roy in the building says, any hope in anyone wanting Gabe Vincent for us? Done Dada now. He's out for surgery 6 to 8, but we all know how that goes. Damn, that sucks for Gabe Vincent, man. That sucks. That sucks for Gabe Vincent, bro. Drummond for Brandon Ingram? What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Now I gotta look it up. I know you probably you're on one of your crackhead benders, but you gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill. Nobody's trading Drummond for Brandon Ingram, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Do you ever go to Bulls games in person? Absolutely. Yeah. But come on now. What? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Probably usually one every year. So is there any player on the Cavs do you think think Billy need to scheme against? I mean, I think right now, like, yeah, Max Strus, because 3-point shooting in general, you don't want to, because they got Nang too, another player that's gone off on us from 3. So you got to look at that, man. Where are you with Zach possibly coming back to play from his injury? Do you think he's more likely to get traded by the time he gets back on the court? Man, I go back and forth on that all the time, right? Because theoretically, we're like 2 weeks away from that timeline that Zach LaVine can return. And so I think if a trade market really doesn't materialize, you may have to. Like, you're just going to have to play him and hope that he's going to play well. Christian says, Haize, what's your opinion on them clowns at Locked On Bulls? You know I'm one of the hosts of Locked On Bulls, right? That joke's not funny. Like, Haize, I can totally understand why people don't want Zach playing for the Bulls again, but I'm not up for just trading him away just to get rid of him, but don't want to revert backwards. What do you think? I mean, listen, I don't think you trade anybody just to trade him away, but you have to make a calculated decision, and you have to ask yourself, is the chemistry that you're seeing build with this team right now, is it important enough for you that you look at it and say, we don't want to disrupt this by bringing Zach LaVine back, considering the gravity that he's going to have to get shots and things like that? That's a legitimate question. That's a legitimate question you have to ask yourself if you're running this team. And we'll see what it brings, bro. We'll see what it brings. Mask Mana in the building says, it's morning here from Southeast Asia. Go Bulls. Shout out to you, brother. I always appreciate so much Bulls fans that are in different countries that have to like show up early as hell just to watch a game and just support the team that they rock with, man. So much love to you, brother. Much love to you. Matthew in the building says, if the Bulls continue, they could very well only be one game below 500 if they win the next 3 against Cleveland, Atlanta, and Indiana. Very winnable games. Completely agree with you, bro. Completely agree with you. Run me my 10 shots. Like, that's crazy. That's like run me my shots, fam. I need my shots. What we doing out here? Run me them shots, my nigga. Damn. What are we? 33 minutes into the stream. No, I'm good. YouTube ain't gonna demonetize me for 33 minutes into the stream. They don't watch it. That they don't go in that far. So was that a pause? Shout out to BL Jet, says the chat gonna put up Haize Bell money every time he goes to the game in person. You never know what's going to happen. Hey, I almost got in a fight with Jimmy Butler. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Archangel says, isn't this last year of Drummond's contract? Will we pay to keep him next year or longer? I mean, it really comes down to what I think with the way that Andre Drummond has played for the Bulls and the fact that he's going to be 30 years old. He's already turned 30, but he'll be 30 years old this free agency. I do think that Drum may look to see whoever offers him the best contract, I think. And a contender could very well offer Drummond the full mid-level exception. Keep in mind, he's getting paid what? I think like $3 million, something like that now. Or is it less than that? I think it may be less than that. So if a team offers him like part of or their full mid-level exception, I think Drummond's probably going to go. I don't think the Bulls can match that with everything that they're probably going to be looking at. So we'll see. We'll see. David says, what do we do with Ball next year? Probably a bunch of nothing. I'm just going to be frank with you. Like, I don't know. Now, with the way that Kobe White played, could it increase their chance that they file for the career-ending injury exception? Maybe. They still have that at their disposal. Do they look to maybe move him as an expiring contract to see if a team would take him? They should look to explore all those options. But I think the most likely scenario is you're going to see Lonzo Ball try to make a return, and that return may happen in the Bulls uniform. It's made a little bit more questionable now on with the ascension of Kobe White. What does that mean, right? And I don't think Lonzo's going to come back and he's not going to be a starter anyway. He's going to come back. He's going to be on a minutes restriction. He's going to be probably not play back-to-backs. He's going to, if he does come back, right? Kendall Riviera says he better not be back in the Bulls jersey period. It's time to move on. People who think that he'll play a less role are dumb, bro. I mean, at some point, you got to ask yourself if it may be best for Zach. And the reason why is there's a slim chance of that, because if the trade value, which something just came out today, that Zach LaVine's, that there's none, adamantly, no trade sweepstakes for Zach LaVine. That comes from Jake Fisher. So if that's true, if that's real, if that's honestly what he's being told and reported, man, I think that there may, as much as we may not want to see it, I think that there's a chance that Zach LaVine may have to come back and play for the Chicago Bulls. I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Listen, I don't even know how to begin to pronounce this name. Thank you for tuning in from Greece. And he says it's 2:30 a.m. in Greece. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. BL Jet says we got Bulls fans in Australia and the Philippines. Shout out to y'all. Absolutely. I know a lot of us still feel the sting from Spider's 71-point game against us. I know he's out, but I hope we spank these motherfuckers tonight. Hey, I feel you on that one. Haize, did you see that we have the second easy schedule in the league the rest of the year? Yeah, I've been talking about that for months. Even at the start of the season, I said if the Bulls can make it close to 500 by the first week of January, everything gets easier. Do you not watch my daily episodes? Do you only turn in the live streams? I literally been talking about this for weeks. Everybody who watched the dailies can tell you. I've been saying this for probably months at this point. If the Bulls can be at or near 500 by the trade deadline, you're talking about so much easier schedule to end this one, man. We'll see. We'll see. No Karras either. When did that come out? Karras LeVert's out too? Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild. Hey, the Bulls better take care of business tonight, my guy. We need to see Julian Phillips, Terry Taylor, Adama Sanogo. Oh, the starters out. Look at that. They're back to getting the starters out early. Kobe White, Alex Caruso, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Williams, Nikola Vucevic is your starting lineup today. I don't think many people down that. No, he didn't, Thule. What are you talking about? No, he opted back into his deal because he had an opt-out. He didn't sign a new contract. He's still on the 2-year contract he initially signed. He didn't sign a new contract this offseason. He had an opt-out, and he chose not to opt out. That's all that is. So, no, he's still on the same contract. He didn't sign a new contract, brother. Donovan Mitchell's not playing in this game, brother. So, there you go on that one, man. Humble Servant says, Haize, P Kid copy your hat earlier today on the stream. Your drip is catching. Oh, no. P Will had this. I mean, P Kid had this hat before me. I got this hat because I saw P Kid having it, and I already had this shirt. And I was like, that hat would go perfect with the shirt. And I actually caught it on sale for $20. So yeah. But no, so I got to give Kid his credit. Kid had this hat well before me. I think like a week before I got it. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, hey, I got a perfect shirt that'll go with. So I had to cop it. It was an easy cop. Easy cop. Archangel in the building says, have we heard from ball camp lately? Last we heard, we were getting out on chairs at an elite level, but nothing since then. No, and you're not going to hear very much from Lonzo Ball. He's rehabbing. You're not going to hear very much from him. So Drew says, my fault, gang. You know, bro, Drew, I had to mess with you, bro. I had to mess with you, man. Bulls broke the Lakers. They benched D'Lo, and yet people saying that they take him. Pretty boy Fredo looking at mofo on the team. That's hilarious. Haize, the guy name from Greece is George Vallis. Okay, well, hey, I'm glad you know how to read Greek, bro. Shay's in the building. Look at Shay. Haize, I can see Lonzo Ball opting out this offseason because when you think he's not opting out, no. Now, when you think about it, no player who's coming back from a potential career-ending injury is gonna opt out a $20 million contract. Shay, what are you talking about, bro? Like Shay, have you and TBO been sharing the cocaine? Because you to say when you think about it and then say something that ridiculous tells me you ain't actually thinking about it, bro. If somebody said to you, "Hey, you're not been able to play basketball for 2.5 years." You right there. I need you to opt out $20 million guaranteed. Because I'm telling you, nobody's signing Lonzo Ball for $20 million. Lonzo may have to give somebody $20 million if he was going to try to make an NBA team that he wasn't already signed to. When you think about it, what are we talking about, Shay? What are we talking about, bro? Haize went to the Asian shop, rubbing his hands together like Birdman. Hey, ma'am, I got some items for you to work on. No, I'm not Big Kev. Big Kev go and he'd be like, hey, I need you to make a Bulls jersey for me. And she'd be like, I make fresh for you. That's racist. That's racist. That's crazy. That's real. That's fucked up, man. That's wild. I can't believe I just said that. I make fresh for you. That's crazy, bro. And I said it again. That's wild. That's wild, bro. That's crazy, man. That's just wild, man. I love that the Bulls are playing good. The season is crazy. We went from trade the big three to GM might keep them. I mean, that's crazy. Nathan says, speaking of merch, have you seen the price of Windy City Bulls hat? I'm not paying the same price as a Bulls hat. Facts, bro. Like, that's the thing. Like, because once I started doing the Windy City Bulls episodes where I just cover G League stuff, I was like, let me go buy some Windy City Bulls merch. Literally, I have a Bulls hoodie. They have the exact same hoodie. The only difference is you swap the Chicago Bulls logo with the Windy City Bulls logo, and it's the same $85. You think I'm paying $85 for a G League team merch? No, I'm gonna keep rocking what I got, bro. I'm gonna keep rocking what I got. Keep rocking what I got, man. That's crazy. Man, that's funny. Intrusive thoughts taking over. Hey, I live in an intrusive thought, bro. That's it. P Kid in the building. Hey, I just gave you your love. I said because they tried to say, "Hey, P Kid got the hat from you." I was like, "No, I actually got the hat from P Kid." But I'm just saying the fit, bro. Like you gotta admit, P Kid, you gotta give me my credit. I just why I had to cop the hat when I saw you on it. You got it. The fit, the whole outfit now is first of all the fact that they got the Bulls logo in pink down here too is fire. But yeah, listen, I had to copy. Ricky says, I'm out. I'm half Japanese. Oh, man. Let's see. Stacey King does it. No suit for you. No suit for you. No suit for you. No suit for you. Oh, you think you got me on that one. Anyway, that's crazy. Dennis, no, Donovan Mitchell was not playing tonight. You know, you could type that question in Google. No, I'm just fucking with you, Dennis. I swear to God, I'm just messing with you, bro. P Kid says, the fit is fly. I can't even hate. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Got to take care of biz against the Cavs, Pacers, Hawks, Raptors. Otherwise, we won't make the playoffs. Nah, I disagree with that. Like you can not take care of business, but I would love for us to see. So, but yeah. First of all, you look like one of them things off Hills Have Eyes, bro. That you come on. It's not even worth me trying to roast you on that whack ass joke. Go back, try it again, man. This is what I need you to realize. Like this it's very simple, bro. If you're gonna try to roast the king, you gotta come with better jokes than that. Like it's just your mama didn't birth you for you not to be able to roast, bro. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing out here, bro? Like, come on, you're gonna get flamed harder than your mom's walls, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, don't try to take it out on us. The fact that you were birthed through a birth canal that had no type of insulation on it at all, bro. Like you just came right out. I'm sure you hit your head on the floor when you came out because your mama had no resistance. Like those kegels didn't hurt. Those kegels didn't help at all. Your mama didn't even feel contraction. She just knew she had it to shit. Like, and you came out. What are we talking about here, bro? What are we talking about? Now I can't even buy the shirt because they gonna say I stole it. They actually if they have this one in black too, where it's black and pink. It'll go good with the hat too. So there you go. There you go. I gave you a little bell on that one. Jamal in the building says, what's up, Haize in chat? What time is it? It's game time. That's funny. You're funny on that. What's with people trying? I have no idea, bro. Especially people who can't roast. Like, it's like, what are we talking about? Rick Fernandez in the building says, RIP to my pops. Lost him 3 weeks ago. See red. Text your pops for this. Hey, first of all, I prayers to you and your family, bro. I could never imagine that loss. You guys already know, like, my father pops in here all the time. My dad is like, I couldn't imagine what you're going through, bro. And us from here, from Chicago, Bull Central, and all the Chi-Town Sports Central family, we send condolences to you, bro, and pray for your healing, man. That's not nothing to joke about, bro. And thank you for sharing that, man. So we can say RIP to your pops, man, and hopefully we get this win for him, bro. Super chat, we got to take this game, then let's go Bulls. Facts, Dennis. Facts on that one, bro. Pat going for 35. Man, that's crazy. PK, my fault, bro. Really apologize for that, but great stream about P. Will. I will speak to you later about that. But wait, what happened? What happened with P Kid? I don't know what happened, but all right, let's keep it pushing. Hope the Raptors and Hawks lose tonight. Hey, listen, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. We got Aiden Sports Show in the building. RIP, prayers to you and your family. Glad to have you in here, brother. I lose my mind if I lost my pops. I lost my mom to cancer in 2019. That's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. All right, y'all. RIP to Rick's pops, man. Y'all keep him lifted up in your prayers, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to end the stream. We got 15 minutes into game time. We'll be back here at halftime. We'll be back here at halftime, y'all. Man, make sure you guys stay locked in. Hopefully the Bulls get this dub, man. But that's it. See red. Go Bulls. Follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Trying to get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the season. We're about 3,000 subscribers off from that. So make sure you guys go ahead and hit that, man. But I appreciate you guys so much, man. Go Bulls. See red. Love you guys.